color scheme is Animal Crossing. It's kind of Animal Crossing-esque. But if we had green, if we had like this green here, this would be perfect for it. Let's see the unboxing of this. Cycle. Trace kit's design equals X vertex, which is cool. This keyboard here is, okay, I think we got, I don't know, you can really see a little checkmark thing. How much is the retail of this board again? Let me just quickly I have the page open and stuff. Pre-order. Man, this keyboard here, $139, I believe. $140, that is crazy. Man, this is such an interesting build we're gonna be doing. I did a whole bunch of cherry switches for this today as well. How on earth do we open this? Huh, all right off the bat, I don't really like this style of packaging because I always tend to bend the tabs, but you know what? It's just the packaging. Okay, little blacked out kind of box over here. All right, this is just a box. I can reuse this box for shipping. I'm gonna keep this box. This board's sick. Everyone's been talking about this board. Everyone keeps asking me to check out this board. All right, little tassels are nice. Cool. Very basic shell over here for a board. Okay. Holy stuff in here. Oh, this has stabs in it. I don't have to use my own stabs for this. Beautiful. Does it come with stabs? If this comes with stabilizers, this is insane. That's insane value for that. Daughter board. Interesting. Feet and some gaskets. And then we have an FR4 plate with some foam, which I don't think we're gonna be using. Just foam. So we got a PCB. I think this is 1.6. It does have 2 horizontal flex cuts in it that are quite large, but I've seen worse on boards. I don't think this should impact sound as much as having it in every single row, but I don't know. I've seen some interesting sound tests with this. It seems that a few people are very happy with no foam in this, so we'll probably build it with no foam as well. But PCB, lots of options on it for you guys. Whoa. What an interesting color. So this is Reef, right? Whoa. I don't think I've ever had a board this color. Ever. Let's put this down on the bottom here. This is a wild color. This is Fridge Blue. It kind of low-key reminds me of that, dude. This is nice, actually. I don't know if Sloth will work with this tonight, but honestly, it might. Maybe we can use Sloth. Let me just open this up here, guys. All right, so right away, let's take a look at it. Oh, this uses that ball catch system as well, which is honestly a fantastic system, which I'm surprised more keyboards aren't using. We've seen this in the Corsa and I believe one of the J-Risses. Pretty interesting. Looks like they cut that tail fin off of 57 Chevy. We got a PVD'd weight in the back over here with some feet. So if you guys are wondering a little bit about how to keep costs down for things, okay, we'll use 2 keyboards as an example. If you guys are wondering why sometimes it feels like keyboards can be cheaper. When you look at something like this, where it has more exotic looking curves and, you know, a lot more pieces and the finishes seem to be a little bit nicer versus something like this where it's, I mean, when you look at it, some of the more budget oriented boards, they have a flat back. It's completely flat. And what they do is sometimes is they have a weight in it and that's it. Exactly what Insty just said. Machine time. I'm not sure if this is CNC'd or not. This could also be something else. It could also be injection or whatever, the cast it rather. But machine time, assuming this is CNC'd, also will impact that. So when you have more of these like fillets and just like all these different things and curves, it all comes down to how much time is it spending inside the CNC. So if this is CNC'd, which some people in chat are saying it's CNC'd, you can see this has a lot more flat, easy to CNC surfaces, right? Where more expensive boards, they don't. They'll have a lot more like intricate pieces that need to be CNC'd for longer. And that's why some boards are cheaper. That's why when I see boards that are $350 plus, where they just have flat sides on everything, it kind of makes me go, well, unless there's something truly, truly unique about this, sometimes like the price starts to not make sense to me. And this is why they can probably keep this down a lot more. It still is a pretty looking board. I wouldn't say there's anything exotic about the way this looks. I think they make up for maybe the little bit more of a, not boring exterior, but simple exterior by a really cool interior. Oh yeah, I didn't update some of my commands, guys. Sorry. But the interior is really cool. It has the catch ball system, so you don't need to screw anything in, which I think is genius. It also makes a super satisfying click, which I think is also really cool. Looks like there's 2 internal brass weights as well. And I think there's supposed to be something underneath the brass weights. I'm not sure if that's for like Bluetooth or batteries or something. So I saw on the daughter board, there's also 2 other connectors. I'm not sure. Dude, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Jeff. It does look like they also have some foam strips on the inside as well, probably to help with alignment. I like that. This is probably for LEDs. I like that. Off to a really good start. Really, really good start. Again, love the ball catch system. Like when you put this back together, wrong way. When you put this back together, guys, look at this satisfying click right here. That is just satisfying. Cool. I'm excited. Also, no ribbon cable. Love that. Great, great start for this keyboard. Happens tomorrow. I'm obsessed with this board. Def picking one up. I'm kind of already really into this color. Like, this is kind of nice on the desk, no? I like this color. I don't think I've ever personally seen a board in this color. Like, in hand. What is this for? These look like they're supposed to be feet or something. Anyways, we'll take a look at all this stuff later. We have some bump-ons for the bottom, which I'm going to put on now. We have some gasket beans. That's cute. That's a cute name. Gasket beans. This is smart. That's really smart. I'm gonna put these in. This is definitely gonna be used then. Spacebar foam, which I'm not really interested in, and then some gasket strips, which we'll just leave this over here. Cool. Very cool. So I guess first things first. We've already taken a look at all this. Let's do the stabs that came with it, shall we? So does this go in from the top or the bottom? I'm assuming it goes in from the bottom, right? So you can just pop it in and out later on, and it won't interfere with any switches. This is a smart idea, actually. Very cool. I'm always into trying these new things here. I'll see you foaming at the mouth later when you look at those caps. Hey, yo. Reef W. I'm glad people like the color. The color's cool, I have to admit. I mean, that's kind of interesting the way that works. It's very flush, except for these bumps to hold it in place, but pretty cool. So the plate does have some cuts in it too to kind of go along with those cuts, which is not a bad thing. Again, I personally think that the cuts and plates don't matter as much compared to the cuts in the PCB. But let's put our Nixies in this because I am excited to use these. Those colors remind me of IFK Islander. Oh, true! They kind of do a little bit, huh? They kind of low-key do. All right, now the question is, gasket strips or the gasket beans? Now, do the beans go, how do they work here? I think they go this way. Interesting. Look at that, guys. Hey, just want to point this out. thank goodness. You know what I think makes this probably seem a lot easier too is the catch ball system. This is really cool. I love the sound of that. That sounds so good. These are how the Nixies sound, just so you guys hear them outside of the keyboard. Well, we'll see. And I did put in some aftermarket springs, and I oiled them as well with 105 G0. Parrot Botanical, that would be really nice for this. Color scheme is Animal Crossing. Okay, hold on one second, guys. It's kind of Animal Crossing-esque. It's a little off from the blue. It's a slight bit off. But if we had green, if we had like this green here, this would be perfect for it. This would be better than the IFK one. And it doesn't even mean to be. That's crazy. Flex test. We're going to do a whole bunch of things. I also want to just go over the aesthetic here. Just wanted to make sure it turned on. Side profile. Very, very, very basic. This is why the keyboard's going to be lower in price point than people are like, why is it so low? Very basic. It's a very basic shape. Box on wedge. The coating is fantastic on it. It is a little bit rougher than NO is. So you have to remember that. I think this is... I don't know what kind of coating they used here. I can't remember. But it is consistent. Like there's no mismatch here at all. None. It's a TKD coating. Okay, so it is is it like a proprietary thing? I have no idea. And then little logo here on the back, which is barely visible. Obviously it's on the back. There's this weight here on the bottom, which we can remove this now. The weight, okay, dude, there is zero rippling on this. Look, 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 look. None. This is a solid job on if this is PVD or whatever polished. I think this is PVD'd. Very, very, very good. Really nice. Usually with PVD, on a bad quality PVD, you get really bad rippling. And even I've seen some like middle of the pack ones get really bad rippling, but that is fantastic. In terms of flex, this is pretty soft using the bean gasket. If you guys were wondering, this is just me normally just putting a little bit of pressure. So now the question is, how does it sound? Which I know everyone's interested. Little HJ test for you guys. Ooh, hey, that's that classic Nixie sound. Little DN test. All right, here we go. Okay. Arrows are okay. I personally think I've heard better arrow keys. Bring the Pluto out. I do like the side profile of the Pluto a little bit more. I also do like the general aesthetic of the Pluto a little bit more, if I'm going to be honest. Pluto is about $80 more total, I believe, right? It's I'm just going to say $240 for the Pluto. Say 100, let's just say $100 almost more. They both sounded good. Like, I enjoyed both boards. This is a top mount and also can be an O-ring. This has the gaskets in it. I'm gonna give, okay, I honestly have to give the edge. Like, if you had to choose one, I have to give the edge to the Cycle. I do like the overall bezels and aesthetics on the Pluto more on the top. Here's where the Pluto falls short for aesthetics for me. The bottom. The Pluto is boring as fuck. It just says Pluto. It has the internal, I think it's an internal brass weight. I don't love this. It's boring. This has a bit more character to it. I think the premium of the Pluto comes from the nicer side profile. I really like this. That looks really good. The thinner bezels on the Pluto do shine a little bit more for me. Like, I do like the thinner bezels, as well as the silver accent piece and just a little badge here. The LED is not a bad little thing to have there. Again, I give the top-down aesthetic and the side profile to the Pluto. Sound-wise, I'm sure you can get both keyboards to sound absolutely stunning. This is with polycarbonate, and we did use a honeydew switch in this, which is a bit more of a deeper sounding switch. Sounded great, sounded full. No LED bleed on this, I didn't see any. Now, I guess the question is, like, does it deserve the premium? The, like, $80 to $100 premium? I'm gonna just say, like, if you really, really, really love the aesthetic of this, it might be a no-brainer. Like, I don't think the Pluto is gonna be a bad pickup, like, at all. I really don't think it is. But you can get more stuff for $80. So, for example, you can probably pick up like a key Kobo set for the extra $80 to $100 you might be spending. So that's why I think picking up the Cycle just makes more sense for people on a budget, right? Or for people who are maybe a little bit more financially pressed. If you don't care and you absolutely love like the aesthetic of the Pluto, maybe the Pluto is a better choice. I do agree with Otto just said, it is dependent on the person, but the Cycle7 just kind of, like, I don't want to say it's crushing everything right now, but man, you sure do get a lot in the box for the Cycle7. Like I said, opening the Cycle7 really felt premium. Like, everything about it felt so premium. All the amount of extras you get, like the fact that it comes with stabs. I mean, you have to even factor that in too. I don't know if the Pluto's it's gonna come with stabs. I don't think it will. But like the fact that it comes with, you know, like what essentially is a $15 to $20 item and a carrying case, yeah, inside. There is a lot of color choices, like on the box. There was also, God, there's a lot. Crow, Lunar, Jasper, Fog, Void Elf, Cream, Zeal, Peach, Sky, Rock, Reef, and Lavender, as well as different color weights. And then it does come with a tri-mode hot swap, GMK solderable, non-flex cut, which is probably what I would recommend. And then a solderable and hot swap. The Pluto does have a little bit more of an elegant side profile. I'm gonna stay on that side of the fence, right? If you compare the Cycle7 to other keys in the same price range, I think it's the best price to performance out there. If you were to take it to another sub $150 keyboard, yes, I do think that the Cycle7 blows just about everything else out of the water completely. Peace out, everyone, and I'll talk to you guys Monday. Bye, everybody. Peace out. Okay.